If you haven't tried fly fishing, get into it. I've been beaten by a girl. I just turned around to him, I felt like a diva. I said, "You've been beaten by a woman, darling."
When did you get into fishing?
Lockdown.
No way. So I thought this was like a childhood...
Never. I don't even know anyone who fishes. Just gave me the rod. I started reeling it in. I was like, "Oh, this is good. I could do this. I know a river." And I did. And it was just miraculous. I've never really fit in anywhere, so I'm quite comfortable in that. I know that I don't really fit in anywhere. If I could say anything to anyone, just put yourself out there.
Just do it.
Don't worry about any negative stuff. Just go for it.
Hello and welcome back to She Who Dares Wins podcast, and my guest today is Amie.
My heart's beating through my neck.
It's fine, chill, you're good. Right, Amie, tell me how you have dared and won.
Oh, what, within fishing?
Yeah, and life. I mean, I can help you out. Like, you are this phenomenal fly.
Don't do
fisher.
that. Don't do that. I can't.
Come on,
Don't
then.
do that.
Come on.
When have I dared and won? Well, actually, in my personal life,
We'll go there.
marrying my wife.
I like that.
Yeah. When gay marriage was legal,
Yeah.
my mindset at the time was, this isn't real. They're just making a list of all of us to just exterminate us. Honest to God.
Serious?
Yeah, I swear.
Wait, what time were we talking?
It's like 2000 and... I should know this.
It's crazy.
Let me Google.
Yeah, let's figure this out, because that in itself is shocking, isn't it?
When was gay marriage legal? 2014.
Oh my God.
2014, yes.
So how old would you have been then?
Oh, don't make me do maths. I was
Just
born
rough.
in 91. This is a terrible start.
4, 5, 6. Right, my maths is terrible. You are 6 years younger than me, so you'd have been... I don't know. Right, you'd have been a
Put it up
certain
on the
age.
screen
yeah,
somewhere.
We'll put that up with the caption.
Yeah, so marrying my wife, massive. That's probably the biggest for me,
That's awesome.
personally.
Right.
Within fishing, just being myself.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it would be so controversial at times. But, yeah,
Being yourself. When did you get into fishing?
lockdown.
No way. So I thought this was like a childhood...
Never. I don't even know anyone who fishes. No one. So did I get into it?
Yeah.
My wife had booked a day's fishing, fly fishing in this fly fishery
Right.
for my nephew.
Okay.
And we all went, and I didn't even know about fly fishing or anything. And my nephew must have been like 7, I think. He just was not interested. So I was sort of stuck with the guide, and he caught a rainbow trout, and he just gave me the rod. I started reeling it in. I was like, "Oh, this is good. I could do this. I know a river, my local River Wandle."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'll just get a fly rod and I'll go and just have a crack myself." And I did, and it was just miraculous. Looking at the fish, figuring it out.
But before that, there was no interest in fish, no, like... It was just that one experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had an interest in nature,
Yeah.
but fishing, I suppose, I never really see myself in it, because it's all old men. They're lovely old men, and I've got a lot of friends now that are lovely old men, but you just don't, I never thought to do it,
Yeah.
but then once I started,
That was it.
I was hooked.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
You were,
It was
love that.
cool, man. It's just like figuring things out for the first time, seeing the fish, when you actually hook into the fish, get it to the net, and you're like, what is this? And then I didn't even realise there were so many species. Like the first time I caught a gudgeon, I don't know if you know what that is.
I know a little bit about fish, only, yeah.
Little fish, got whiskers, really
Right.
beautiful markings. I was like, who the hell are you? I was like, what are you? And then, yeah, it just sort of blew my mind a bit, actually.
And then how do you... Because, like, finding something like fishing and then getting into the industry and learning more, like, was it a case of you just going out every time on a river, or did you seek out other fishermen, fisherwomen?
I was looking for ladies who fish. So I thought it'd be nice to fish with a girl sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't really find anyone.
Yeah,
No one
common.
online. So I was like, ugh. So I thought if I put myself out there,
Yeah.
they will come. Maybe I'll get a message and stuff. But yeah, and then I started with the social media stuff, and it just sort of
Went from there.
went a bit mental, actually. I can't believe 7 people follow me, let alone like 75,000. That's nuts. That's nuts.
I think a lot of that is attributed to your real awesome humour, though. Like, I think your honesty and like, I've watched some of your YouTube videos. The best one has to be the one where you kind of do a bit of an Attenborough about sanitary towels making their ways into what I mean. I was like, that needs to be made into a proper, like, that is absolutely genius.
But it's what it is.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. And there's so many things that happen on the bank. I'm like, everybody must be thinking what I'm thinking. So when I put it out there, it was received quite well because everyone's like, actually, like this is what, you know, a lot of people catch tampons.
This is right. Okay.
You can get a personal best pad jumbo. People take photos. I mean,
So
I don't.
if you get the Always Ultra XXL,
Yeah, then you've really hit the big time.
do you get a picture with it?
Some people do, I
And
don't.
a weigh-in? Is there a weigh-in on there?
Some people do, I don't. Some people have caught other things.
Right. Oh, go on. You got to take us there.
Sex toys.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's common on landfill. So when I worked on landfill, that was common.
Right.
Yeah. It's got to go somewhere, right?
Again, people are taking pictures.
Oh no.
Weighing it.
You wouldn't touch. No. Oh, so random shit's obviously in our
Loads.
rivers.
Potato peelers. Don't know why.
I mean, have you ever bagged anything? Obviously, like a really good fish, but have you bagged anything that you were like, whoa?
Yeah,
this is
diamonds. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
like for
fishing.
real, yeah.
No, just like I come across a lot of knives
Right.
in my local,
Yeah,
and it's like
okay.
bend them up, and then I put them in. I've got a recycling centre near me that have like a cutlery bit.
Right,
So
so
I
you
don't
can
just
go
put it in the general recycling because
Yeah.
I don't want people to cut themselves. But night safes.
It's so random.
I know.
We need cleaner rivers, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link in description to that video because it makes me howl. I was like, this is epic. So your journey then, you couldn't find any other women.
No.
I totally relate to that. And then, so you just start fishing, start putting everything out on socials. What's it been like in the community since then?
Very positive. It's fantastic for networking. I've met a lot of really, really lovely people. I've travelled to places I didn't think I'd ever go. Spain was just a wonderful adventure with Peter Perch.
Right.
Big up Peter Perch, lovely guy.
Shout out.
Just been to America, been guided by a lovely lady called Krista, and met an angler called Ash Angler. She's sort of taken a break because she just had a kid and stuff. But I've had offers to go to Amsterdam. And where else? I think somewhere near the North Pole.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah. But, and Alaska, all sorts of places. It's just
Yeah.
like, if I can like save up enough to get the plane out, then I will. So it's really, really fantastic for networking.
Right.
Downside would be some people get a bit bitchy. Like, especially on my local, if you've done well, there's a few of them that they don't like it.
So it's quite a cutthroat sport.
I don't follow anyone now, that's why.
I noticed that you've got you follow one person on it. I was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Because it just keeps me out of botheration.
Yeah. So is it one of those things that the better you get, there's more kind of hatred or
Bit
is it
of resentment.
Yeah.
She's just come in here, now she's getting all this free stuff. And she's only getting likes because she's a girl. I've had that one so many times. Fuck yeah.
But like the proof is in the pudding. Like you fish, you get the fish. Like
Yeah, and anyone can do it. It's just most of the people that want to might need a personality transplant.
yeah.
Just
The only experience I've ever had with fishing was, and I was quite young, was my uncle's a big fisherman.
cool.
Pike, I think.
Ooh,
Yeah.
teeth like mine. Dangerous.
I did, well, carp as well. Carp, yeah. And he used to sit by the river. We went camping with him one year, and I was like, "Oh, you like sit here in silence for hours."
Yeah, I can't do that.
So fly fishing is different,
Very much so.
right? Okay, talk us through like
You're always walking,
ah,
prospecting. I'm not saying carp anglers don't, because they do walk round the pond,
right. Once for lunch.
having a little look. Oh, they're there. Oh, no, they're there. But it still is a pond.
Yeah.
But yeah, with fly fishing, you're constantly walking the river. Fish are swimming. You know, they don't usually. Sometimes they hold in certain areas, but they don't always.
Right.
there's always something new when there's like a lot of rain and there's a lot of water comes through the river. Sometimes trees fall, it creates new habitat, so it's always like something new.
Right.
It's not always the same layout every year. It's different all the time. And I think, the things you see, like, just spectacular. Like, I see an otter once.
That's so cool.
Like, so close. And he had a crayfish in his mouth. And he looked round at me, and I swear to God, he went like this. Winked. And it went back into the water. I was like, fuck. We actually just met, you know?
And is it you alone in the river?
Yeah.
That's cool. So there's some peace and...
I'm not always in it though. If I go pike fishing, fly on the flight, I'm generally like walking along the bank because it's safer where I fish. Or like canals, obviously you can't wade in canals, so you can fly fish practically anywhere. But yeah,
and the fly fishing is that there is, I would say, I don't know. I'm asking here. Is it more of a technical fish in terms of? I just see normal fishing as you throw and you wait.
A person at the door.
Yeah, they can wait there. I think they're with the driving instructor.
Oh, okay. No, God, sorry.
That's all right. Or I don't know, and this is from me watching Yellowstone.
I've never watched Yellowstone.
Oh my God, you have to watch Yellowstone. I've been able to throw the fly, and is that? I'm like,
there is a technique to it. I don't know. I've got a burp.
That's all right. Do it. Get it out. We don't want to hold air in on this cut. There you go.
I'm so sorry, excuse me. You can keep that in.
I will keep that in.
Ladies are made. I know I'm not one, I'm a woman. I have bodily functions. So there is some technique, but there are great casting instructors, which I have a lot of respect for because they can like really flip over flies quite well and make really long casts, and it can get so technical because it's physics, you know, it's physics, basically. But I'm an all right caster for what I need to do. And I just think once you get caught in a few thousand trees and snagged, you sort of get the knack, and then you're good. But yeah, it's a little bit technical, but don't let it put you off.
I was going to say, yeah, because that's always the thing that intrigues me with my guests is like when they start something and then people say to me, oh, like, you know, you had that guest on and I actually really fancy doing that, but I never thought. Like, it's quite ballsy to just like have a go at fishing and then
it's annoying because you make a ton of mistakes, but it's what you need to do to learn. And you know, there's so many mistakes I've made, countless, and also getting tied in knots and standing there for like 45 minutes unknotting things because I've run out of line. It taught me a hell of a lot of patience. Right. And I'm quite an impatient person. But through it, it sort of calmed me, I think, and that's sort of what fly fishing can do. It can really help you to become present. For me, that's what it done. Yeah. I've had a lot of anxiety before. I mean, everyone has anxiety, but after a day's fishing, instead of going over like what happened at work or whatever, I'm like thinking about fish. I'm like seeing fish taking a fly. I'm thinking about what patterns I can make next and what I can tie up and where I can go next. So if you haven't tried fly fishing, get into it.
Yeah, without being like, excuse the pun, but I did have a pun. It's gone. Oh, there you go.
Save it for later.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's your release.
Yeah.
Woo!
It is.
Yeah, that's cool. So, competitions. Oh, that's brave.
This weekend.
Yeah, I know.
The finals, the qualifier for Team England. River fishing.
You've got to do that.
Yeah.
Are you the only woman competing?
Yeah. A lot of them act like old ladies, but they're not. But yeah, I'm the only woman. I'm not phased.
No, you can't be, can you? You've just got to go and smash it.
Just it's fishing.
Yeah.
Great thing about fishing is that you anyone can do it. You don't need to be physically strong, or like obviously you need to be able to wade. But like most anglers got a little pot belly. It's not athletic. You know what I mean? And fish, they're wild, so it's anybody's game. On the weekend, if I get a good spot, you know, I'll have a chance. Same as everybody else.
When you say good spot, then a good spot in the river.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't think you get given a peg. So a peg would be a section of the river. It's just a free for all. So listening to the guys at the last qualifier, they was talking about sort of the mentality, and there's a lot of mind games and people start encroaching on where you're fishing, and there's only like, I think, how many meters is it? 30 meters? And if someone wants to go in your spot, they'll have to wait half an hour, but you'll have with you a controller, which is another person to measure the fish that you catch and make sure no one's encroaching, or make sure that you don't go over time on your section. But the space we've got to fish isn't big at all, so there's going to be about 30 anglers. We're all going to be on top of each other.
Okay, so fish wars.
So I'm just going to draw on a little moustache.
Yeah.
Take up my space. You've got to be polite though. I can't turn around and be like, oi.
Yeah, get out
Fuck off, because it's angling trust.
Do you get any sabotage in fishing?
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. A lot of people were complaining about Ireland. Was it Ireland? I better not say it. I better not make stuff up. I don't know who it was, but the Euro nymphing competition, where the person was Euro nymphing downstream, but they were shuffling their feet. And when you shuffle your feet, you kick up all of the bugs and stuff. Right. When you've got a little pretend bug on, obviously there's more chance of you catching a fish like that, because they're going into a feeding frenzy. So someone got disqualified for that. So there's that sort of thing that happens.
Oh, wow.
And with the ladies' team, reservoir fishing, I've heard that apparently it gets so serious that they cover their fly up with tin foil.
So that you can't see.
So no one can see. Wow. Crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so this is some serious shit you're going into.
It's no wonder I can't take any of it seriously, because it's fishing. But people get really it does mean a lot to people.
Yeah.
Being on the England team and getting a cap and all of that. I still don't know what a cap is. I just think it's a little badge you get if you actually get on a team. Yeah. It does mean a lot to people. It would mean a lot to me. But if I didn't get into it, I'm like, I'll live.
Yeah.
I'll live.
Yeah. Well, I say new to it. You're not new to it.
I am.
I feel like it's a great underdog story of just fucking go there, smash it out, and then, see what happens.
Can you imagine if I qualify?
You have to.
Imagine me being on that team. They'll have to get me a men's shirt, because they don't do them in women's sizes.
Oh, God. This is the thing, though. So an industry that's so stuck with, I guess, majority of men do fishing.
In the UK, yes.
Is there anything you struggle with in terms of equipment, or is it pretty much, it applies to everyone?
Finding things that fit for my sizing, because I'm 5'9" and slim and beautiful.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but Orvis have a good range, but fuck me, are they expensive. You'll have to beat that.
Right, okay. Yeah, we'll beat that.
And they've sent me out kindly a nice set of waders and boots and a jacket for free. Because I asked. I'm like, all right. And I've already graffitied them.
I saw it, looks awesome.
All in the name of conservation, of course. Mm-hmm. It's not just rubbish graffiti. It means something. It's very much like a tattoo. But yeah, I generally, for me, I ask for stuff. Right. I don't buy anything because I can't justify it.
But the rods are going to be the same, the flies?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get... I have actually asked I'm not going to say cheaper, but the more affordable manufacturers for rods. They haven't got back to me.
Right.
But one did, Match Catch did, but I've not heard any. They were like, we're going to send you the 9-foot, 10-foot free weight for this competition, but it never came. So it's like, well, what can I do? I've only got an 8-foot 4 weight and a 9-foot 4 weight. I can't really do the kind of nymphing I need to do. So I'm just going to have to figure it out on the day. I don't have all the gear. I don't have all the flies. I'm going to try and whip some up later. I've got a net.
You got to do this. I feel like this is...
Everybody there's got rod belt clips. They've got 2 of their rods set up. The fucking boxes of flies. They've got everything. Different lines. I've got none of that. I've just got 2 rods and some of my flies and my net. I still catch fish.
Yeah, well, this is going to play out awesome. I can imagine. Attitudes then. I saw, again, some more of your YouTube videos. I love the dykes with pikes.
Dykes with pikes.
So good.
Yeah.
I think there was one video, there was a guy that you were chatting to and he was very in his fisherman way. And the banter was great. Is it
Gary?
Yeah, I think so.
Gary, yeah, what a legend.
Is it
Big
great
up, Gary.
banter or?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Dykes with pikes, if there are any dykes, hit me up. I think I might be going to Amsterdam, but I don't have any dykes to go with. So my friend Don Hutton, love that guy. I said, come with me and be an honorary dyke if you can make the date. So
Right.
I'll pop a wig on him
Okay.
and we'll just figure it out.
So an honorary dyke.
Yeah, just for
go
the
and
day.
fish for pike.
Because
Cool.
he's one of the girls. Sort of. But yeah.
But on a whole, attitudes are pretty decent. Like, I mean, you get it's society, isn't it? So you're going to get the odd. Or are you pestered when you're in a river, on a riverbank?
I'm not pestered. If ever I am, I would say something. Not
Right.
everyone's like that. I have had issues before in the past. I don't really dwell on them because, I've met so many good guys. They've actually sorted it out. If there's been any misogyny or anything like that, I usually get a bloke to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So there's a lot of alloys that are...
Alloys.
Those two.
There's a lot of alloys in the
you
river.
pick a lot of them out, do you?
There are loads of alloys. But yeah, I suppose you get some old-fashioned attitudes because a lot of old-fashioned people that partake in the sport. When I qualified for the finals, I remember one of the old guys was like, "Oh, I've been beaten by a girl." I just turned around to him, I felt like a diva. I said, "You've been beaten by a woman, darling." And it was like, and I was like, and then that was quite jokes. But it's things like that, no one means anything by it.
No, yeah. And I always say when people have said to me about things that have been said in construction, I'm like, it's actually unusual. You have to give them a little bit of leeway. It's really unusual to see a woman on a construction site.
Yeah.
So you can't be too negative about it because they've had like 50, 100 million years of never seen a woman. Now you put one on, they're not just all of a sudden going to be like, oh, like I know how to, like, it's just one of those things that you have to deal with. But so how do we get more women into fishing?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's a big question. Yeah.
Just bloody fish.
Just
If
fish.
you're a woman, just give it a try. I don't know.
You just like...
If you're outdoorsy and you like outdoor stuff, fish.
Right.
Because you'll see things that I see things that I never thought even existed. I don't even know what a kingfisher was. Do you know what one of those is?
No.
It's a bird. It's like vibrant blue, and it shoots down the river, and it like feeds on like minnows and stuff. And it's just the most beautiful bird I've ever seen. Tropical looking.
Oh, hold on. Someone's getting arrested. I hope that goes off. That's going to be right pain in the arse. Go on. I don't want to have to shout out the window. We just were up to it. It's the first for the podcast, this. First.
It's not going to stop.
Just do the intro. It is because I'm going to fucking go. Oh, I better stop.
Let's go fishing.
Here we go, fishing rap.
No.
I feel like you were just getting into it then. We could have done like a how to get into fishing rap.
What was we talking about?
We're talking about the like getting into fishing.
You just have to go for it.
Go for it, do it.
Don't be put off by anything negative you see. Everybody is lovely. It's a beautiful community.
And safety-wise, like I run down our local canal and I'm a bit of a crime freak and I'm like...
Where's safe for ladies?
What's that?
Where is safe for
where's
a woman
safe?
to
I
be
thought it was
alone
like a thing you could wear.
and secluded and...
Yeah, true. Yeah. I suppose you probably are quite safe in the middle of a river.
Well, in the course season, when all the geezers are out and they're trying to catch like carp and barbel, like if I see them, they're like, obviously I know them all now, but when I first started fishing, I'd chat with people and they'd be like, all right, love, well, look, I'm here if there's any weirdos, I'm just here, let me know, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because there are weirdos.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Flashers and
Oh, you've had... Yeah.
gropers and... but I haven't had any of those. I've been chased through where I live. This is not fishing related, but I think every woman, especially in the cities, they've had something.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
That's I always feel sort of safe as can be, and I'm always quite guarded anyway with everyone because I'm a Londoner.
You got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So fish then, what's the only thing that I see from my uncle is like he gets super excited about size of fish, weight of fish. How is it done? Like,
I don't care about that.
Oh, okay.
And when I catch a really big fish, everyone's like, "What's the weight?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't carry scales. I just look at it and I put it back. That doesn't bother me. If I'm happy if I catch a little gudgeon, a minnow, and I'm happy when I catch a 12-pound barbel or a carp or whatever. I don't really go for carp. They're very hard to catch in rivers. Absolute fuckers.
Right.
I tried to do like sort of traditional fishing with a bit of bread.
Right.
The only time I've done this in the river, I thought I'll try for the carp. I watched this carp like a fucking tornado come along, slap its fin on the bread flies up everywhere, everyone eats everything around it. I even put a bread fly on as well, because I thought, yeah, I'll keep something on, whatever, and it fucking never touched it. I was like, that is a carp that has seen things. They are smarter than people think.
Yeah.
Smart. And I thought, fuck this, I'm going.
So you go for like a dumber fish.
No, I said, yeah, you dickheads. They're like, literally, if they had hands, they were swimming past me going like that. So frustrating. I don't know. People must have a mental condition to sort of fish for carp.
Yeah.
Or salmon.
I'll ask my
Or
uncle.
salmon. People fish for salmon.
Mm-hmm.
People are fishing for a fish who isn't feeding.
Right. That's probably not going to work.
No, it doesn't really. And then when they do, like, they might catch one in the season because there's like hardly any salmon now.
Right.
They're in crisis.
Yeah. Like, there's a big thing with a lot of fish being in crisis.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it because
No,
I
but
don't really
are you-
fish for salmon.
Are you
but
restricted with anything that you can fish for?
there's seasons,
Right.
but then sometimes the seasons don't really match the river. So there's just like sort of one size fits all season wise. Like the closed, and it was open season on my local river, and I was watching the carp still in spawning. So I was like, really, it should be closed, but it's not. It was open.
So it's not really
I
a...
don't know.
No. So this weekend then, what gets you into the team? Is it how
Catching the
many-
most fish.
That's it. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
about size.
It does matter about size.
Oh, it
so,
does.
so if I caught 10 fish and say someone else caught 10 fish, look at me saying, like, if I caught 10 fish, I'm lucky if I catch one. Because people have fished this competition, done really well, and then blanked on the day.
Oh.
Because that's why it's called fishing and not catching.
Yeah.
Because I could just catch no fish after doing quite well. But let's say you catch the same number of fish as another angler, they'll go on the measurements.
Right.
So,
It's in the hands of the gods.
yeah.
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 I'm rooting for you. Like, I feel like this is really like nail biting.
Not really. I mean, next time it happens, if you're a lady and you want to come and fish, join the competition. What's it? The Teff Rivers? What does that stand for again? Don't cut that bit out.
Wouldn't have a clue.
Cut that bit out. Fucking hell. You don't cut very much on this, do you? This is not a choppy
No, we just go for it, but it's fine.
God.
It works. It's what people love. You have to give people what they love.
brain fog.
I want to talk about the letter that you wrote to... Was it to government?
Fly Fishers Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've wrote to them before.
Right.
I wrote to them ages ago just saying, look, I don't want to have cigars with the lads and stuff, but can I have a look at the library? And it was handwritten. And they never got back to me. And then I just sort of was like, I left a 1-star review on the Google, which I think they removed, just to say, I won't know what it's like to have a look in here because I'm a woman.
So it's a thing. It's like golf clubs were, or some still are. Women are not allowed in the club.
Yeah, it's a Fly Fishers Club London for anglers with a love of fly fishing. It's not like the men's fly fishing club.
Oh, yeah.
But
is it
yeah,
like a grandad rule that it's not officially written, but it's just a thing?
yeah, no, it's written in there's a men's only club.
Oh.
And there's even rules today where you can only, if you are a woman and you are there, you have to be with your husband and you can only go certain places. So I was having a chat with Lucy Mantle, who is a fantastic woman. She is one of the girls that does the, City Flickers Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
And I was chatting to her about it. I was like, if you're gay, like me, I'm never going to have a husband to go anywhere with.
And you're not only excluded, but you're double excluded.
And then Lucy was like, well, yeah, and also if you're single, like, you can't, there's no way of...
More to the point, why the fuck do you need your husband to hold the door?
Don't know. Women can't be trusted, you see. Small brains.
So they haven't got back to you?
No, but Lucy Mantle wrote a letter and then she put it up on Instagram. And I was like, fuck, I'm not the only person who gives a shit about this. So then I done my letter, Marina Gibson done her stuff, and, everybody's contributing. And I won't ever be able to join that club because I don't have the money for it. But people like Marina Gibson and Lucy Mantle, they'll be able to join it because they've got the dough.
What are we talking?
Probably thousands. I don't know how many. Yeah, some clubs are like £7,000 to join for the year.
And what do you get?
To fish the water.
Oh, so it's protected water that you can't fish unless you're part
Yeah,
of...
and
Like special fish?
no, they're stocked. It's not even that great, really. Like the River Wiley, the Piscatorial Society, I think it's like £7,000 for the year, and I'm not sure if you can only fish at a certain amount of times. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so the Fly Fishers Club, I said to Marina, if they do vote, because it's members vote, if they do vote for women to join, I was like, please take me into the library. She was like, yes, sis. So with luck, they might vote for female admission.
But it'd have to be the men that vote for the women, because there's no women.
And I don't think they're happy about the everything being on the media.
It's that one Google.
This is what I've heard through the grapevine. Like, they're not happy about it, and they are having a meetings about it. And again, like, I know a couple of guy anglers. Well, one guy angler, I'm not going to name no names, but he was like, I won't join them because, you know, I've got a daughter and I can't join that club. And I was like, yeah, but you have to understand that you should join that club. Yeah, because when it comes to a vote, you'll vote for it. Yeah. So, I don't know. And there's a lot of like high up anglers in the industry, which they don't like me. I don't really like the fishing industry, to be honest. They're cunts. I've been to the fly fair. Yeah. They're fucking cunts.
I can't believe it's so... Well, I can believe it's kind of cliquey, but...
Very.
Yeah.
And they're almost like, when I first started fishing, they were like, oh, you know, do this with our hooks and, you know, you give us X amount of reels and this, that and the other, and we'll give you 3 hooks. And I was like, nah. I'd done it for a small while, and I was like, stop treating me like you're feeding a fucking horse. Yeah. Come on, have a sugar cube and I'll send you some. I don't need your fucking hooks. I can get hooks from eBay. Yeah. Which I do, and they're very good quality. Yeah.
So we've still got a long way to go then in terms of making it accessible. And I mean, it's the same with most things, isn't it? But it seems...
The only change will come when just when people do their own thing and they don't get sucked into all the bullshit. Like, just be yourself. Don't worry about all this promo stuff. Fucking putting your rod in your mouth and holding the fish, and you know, it's gone like it's taken the sort of soul away from fly angling, and this sort of like route where like fly anglers have to fish for trout and all this stuff. There's so much fishing out there. Like, urban fishing's fantastic. You can fish for anything on the fly: pike, barbel, chub, you name it, you can catch it on the fly. So I think the more people that do their own thing and showcase their own stuff, the better. And don't ever be put off by anyone online telling you how to hold a fucking fish, or you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, all these fucking...
Karens.
Yeah.
I mean, disrespectful to anyone named Karen.
Yeah, sorry, Karen. Yeah, sorry, I always feel for the Karens out there.
We'll call it Dave.
Dave's, Dave. But yeah, I think, just if I could say anything to anyone, just put yourself out there. Just do it. Don't worry about any negative stuff. Just go for it.
You talked about fishing, how it's kind of like it made you chilled out, forget your bad, like what's fishing brought to your life?
Peace. Yeah.
Okay. Much needed peace.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it is. It's fucking fireworks going on in here. It keeps me sort of like grounded. Yeah. It's made me live outside the bubble I was in, and it's given me options that I never thought anyone like myself could ever have. Because, like, I know people that are like, no disrespect to them, they're like on the same old estate, smoking the same old drugs, just everyone's, you know, getting up the duff, and they're sort of stuck. That very easily could have been me. I'm not educated. I had to leave school and work. My first job was on the cup and saucers at the fun fair.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
At 50. And then I was a dog walker, and then I got into security, and now I do what I do as a receptionist. But I'm meeting people I never thought I'd ever meet.
It's like in a whole new world then. Yeah, like it's really opened something up for you.
Posh people.
You don't want to know them.
No, they're lovely. Everyone's in their own little bubble.
Where have you found those?
Fishing, fly fishing. The Hampshire chalk streams and all of that. They're fucking wonderful. Yeah,
because going with fishing, you're going into the world of like hunting.
I've met the tweed mob massive. Yeah. I'm being sent some tweed.
You got one of those, like, I feel like if you're going to be in that, you have to wear the...
tweed?
Yeah, the vest. It's just the brand Shul.
I don't know.
I see I feel like I see these people like Barber and
Yeah.
There's a dress code that comes with it. And it's
There
fucking
is.
expensive
I went
stuff.
to the game fair and everyone was in tweed. No, I weren't. I was in like some next like 90s jacket that
I was gonna say
dyed with turmeric. That's because I'm cheap like that. And then my skinny jeans that I had like tassels sewn into, and then a pair of Doc Martens, which was the most expensive part of my outfit, which I borrowed from my wife. There wasn't even my Doc Martens, but lots of those people. I'm being sent some tweed.
Oh yeah.
As we speak for a hunt.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And I've gone into fishing. And,
I was going to say, you can now getting into like everything that comes with it, as such, like the hunting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, why?
I've been brought up with packaged meat. I don't think twice about animal welfare, and that is even a living thing.
Right.
And I went for rabbit like last month.
Yeah.
And I got some stick for it. Got like 6,000 people unfollowed me, which is fair enough.
What, just shot a rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they'll happily tuck into their Mackie D's, you know what I
know,
mean?
yeah.
Don't give zero fucks about any of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't. I felt proud of myself in a way that I done it correctly, like a one-shot kill. I've got a lot of respect for hunters, but I also felt quite sad and uncomfortable when I done it, and a bit sort of like fucking freaked out.
Yeah.
Freaked out by it. But then obviously once I started to cut it up and do all the stuff, I was like, right, this is meat. This is what I eat. So it's part of the understanding the process from field to fork, and what really goes into meat consumption, how you get it to the table. If anything, it's made me eat less meat.
Oh.
Yes, and better quality meat.
Yeah.
And now me and my wife have been having discussions about it, and she's looking for like local farms and to sort of buy sort of locally sourced produce from farms and stuff, instead of the, say, Iceland's pumped chicken and all of that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's what you can afford because it's expensive.
That's the thing, isn't it?
So expensive.
That's the thing.
But when I cooked the rabbit, I was like waiting for the water to come out of the meat, and it doesn't happen because it's like organic and it's like the best meat you could ever wish for, because it's been grazing, it's been living for a second, eating grass, and then it's gone.
And that's what we were here for, hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost just going back to I think that's the thing, we've come so far from it. I imagine it's just really cool to get back to the basics of life.
Yeah, I felt quite like sort of attached to my roots. It's like I was talking to my mum about it, and she was like, on one hand she was like, I never brought you up to kill animals. So I'm like, fuck, well, no. And then she's putting a leg of lamb in the oven. And I'm like, right. And then she's like, oh, but you know what? That's your gypsy roots, that is. And I'm like, are you proud of me or are you upset? I don't know. I don't know. So that's your gypsy roots, that is. Is it? Is it? I don't know.
I got to ask you about, like, you are stepping into, like, you stepped into fishing, you're now stepping into, like, the world of, like, gentry, fied, I guess, hunting and that world. You seem with ultimate confidence. Like, is that the case? Like, do you just go into things like, this is going to happen, I want to try it, I want to do it? Because there'll be a lot of people that say to me, like, oh, like, yeah, but she's got a huge amount of confidence, like, she's just flying through this stuff. Another fucking pun. What do you think it is?
I never used to be confident. Growing up, I used to look at the floor. People used to have to tell me, like, look at me while I'm having a conversation with you. I used to be so shy. I couldn't even talk to people. I think I've been I've never really fit in anywhere. So I'm quite comfortable in that I know that I don't really fit in anywhere.
Or is that we just...
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you just got to go for it regardless, because if people are looking at you like you're a fucking weirdo, that's fine. It's, like when I went to the game fair and I went to like a networking thing with BASC, like British Association of Shooting and Conservation, the women's section. I was talking to people and it's like, all right, yeah, so like, what you doing here? Do you play golf? Obviously it's a joke. And they were like, looking at me like I'm a weirdo. So I'm just, once you get into things and you talk to more people,
it just grows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's the next step.
Yeah, I'm all right with getting things wrong. I don't know everything, so, I don't mind making mistakes. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You talk to someone and you don't gel. Like,
yeah, you just fuck it off.
you make yourself look fucking stupid. Story of my life.
Yeah, I can
Story
relate
of my
to that
life.
too.
So
Well, listen, I know you dumb it down, but like you are, I feel like,
don't give me any compliments.
okay, well, you just got to take this one, or you got to take it on the chin. I feel like if you stepped away from fishing, which I know you won't, stand up.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like it could
Nah,
be
if I'm going to be on a stage, it's because I'm sweeping it. That's it.
See?
That's
But,
it.
Or like YouTube, like I feel like, yeah, it's amazing to get an insight into your life and your personality on that. And I think you're doing awesome things. I think there's too many people these days copying other people. You are really...
Yeah, I don't look at other people's stuff.
Yeah, because you've got
Because I
one
don't want to
follow-
get
one-
infiltrated.
Who's the person you follow?
Susan Boyle, because she's just quiet. I don't want to get infiltrated with other people's things. I don't want to, and again, I'm not dissing anyone.
Susan Boyle.
Yeah, no, she's just quiet. I don't like telling people to like and subscribe, which is probably why my YouTube channel isn't like flourishing. But I don't like forcing anyone to watch anything.
No.
Just you're going to watch it. And it's also like I edit all my stuff, so it's not like...
Yeah, but I think that's the appeal. I think it's just raw. It's raw.
I don't even put on the
Monetisation.
I don't do it. I use people's songs. So I had Kylie Minogue in the last one.
Oh,
So
nice.
like I'm not going to
So
get
you
paid for
can't-
anything.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
also don't give a fuck about any of that because...
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I hit like 1 million views on something, maybe I might be like, oh, maybe I should have monetised it. But I got a job. I got a job Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So,
Humble as fuck, I will say.
yeah.
Well, listen, you're amazing. Thank you so much for
Was that
coming on
it?
and chatting. Well, it's not right. It's not it, but it's the intermediary.
Oh.
I've got a little gift for you.
Oh, go on.
I didn't realise you're like 5'9".
So
So
people are going to get jealous.
I've
She's
got a
always getting
large.
free stuff. She's always
So I've got your hoodie and some
Oh,
stickers.
sweet.
But that's a medium, and I've got a large over there because you're tall. But it's totally up to
Oh,
you.
no,
You can try it on afterwards.
medium's a 10,
Good?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.